America's last frontier. Here's a country that beckons the adventurous and awes the timid. A country of breathtaking vistas and untold resources. A country whose statehood has added new strength to the United States. Purchased in 1867 from Russia for $7 million. Alaska annually produces forest products that alone are worth many times that amount. The Alaska that cost Uncle Sam 2 cents an acre has always attracted the young and hardy, and neat settlements attest to the spirit of the pioneers, here to wrest a livelihood if not wealth from the land. All is not snow and ice. The Alaska current warms most populated areas. Temperatures zoom into the 80s during summer days that have as much as 22 hours of sunlight. Churchmen came before gold rush pioneers. Mission and remote frontier posts offer services conducted by dedicated white and native missionaries. Eskimo small fry are a happy lot. Take, for example, Hopalong Nanook. The 470-mile railroad traverses some formidable terrain en route from the coast to Fairbanks. Travel is rugged. There are only 1,000 miles of paved road. Another reason the state supports 12 prosperous airlines. Motoring is not for the faint of heart. While the bus driver has no worry about traffic, numerous fords and jay-swimming trout present problems you'll find in no other state in the Union. Paradise, heaven, Alaska is all of these to the fishermen. Here are some of the fightingest fish on the continent. And tough? Brother, you have to catch them twice. Alaska's virgin wilderness is one immense game preserve. The gracefully swift turn flourishes where man rarely treads. Salmon to Alaska is like cotton to the South. A good year sees $60 million worth netted, not counting those scooped out by the deft bears, fishermen from way back. The giant caribou, unaware of the camera, moves on his stately way, while Mama Bear and Teddy Bear frolic in the surf. No Goldilocks, they're not walking on the water. They're on a hidden sandbar. The mountain goat, rarely photographed in his lofty domain, is lord of all he surveys, while thousands of feet below, seals cavort in their element. Another source of Alaska's wealth, the seal flourishes under protective measures. The awesome glaciers, ever inching toward the sea with irresistible force, grind their way forward as they have done since the Ice Age. Like mountains, they present a challenge to a certain breed of men, and we're off on a rugged climb. Loping silently, the wolf searches for his prey. Though cunning and quick sense, he misses the ptarmigan, camouflaged amongst the rocks. Climbers who reach the summit achieve a feeling of triumph, for here the world lays beneath their feet. But even more rugged and dangerous is traversing Serpentine Glacier, where one slip can plunge you into a bottomless crevasse. It's a sport for the sure-footed. But the climbers feel rewarded in the breathtaking panorama of the sweeping glacier, a scene few people have seen except from the air. Ominous rumblings warn that this vast sea of ice is constantly on the move. 20 inches a day, an irresistible force of nature. Bit by bit, chunk by chunk, the glacier disintegrates and falls into the sea. It takes skilled navigation and a sense of daring to venture among the floes. With 2/3 of the ice hidden beneath the waters, it takes a stout heart and a stouter boat. During the frenzied days of the Yukon gold rush, Chichakos or newcomers often braved these inlets in a foolhardy attempt to find shortcuts to the gold fields. Disaster was the fate of most. A patrol boat approaches close to the glacier to make soundings. It's ticklish work for some of these loosened chunks of the size of a 10-story building. Like the deaths of some majestic giants, piece after piece breaks from the glacier to plunge into the sea and float to oblivion. As the sun's temperature mounts, more and more crags fall, thundering as they dive and then zoom to the surface. Before one of the boats can beat a retreat, it is almost swamped. Pieces break loose from the 500-foot-high wall of ice, it perpetually renews itself as the glacier moves forward inch by inch. As the survey party prepares to retreat, one boat ventures too close to shore. Caught unawares by an iceberg shooting to the surface, a luxury yacht is tossed on a hidden reef, trapped in an unwary mess. This is Alaska, America's 49th state, a challenge to pioneers.